Can you open your...
Hello, how are you?
Very well. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to everybody. We are lively in. Please, Madalina, you open your... yeah. Natalia, can you open your camera, please, and join us?
Good day.
Hello, good afternoon. Well, Dr. Kristina
Hi.
from Spain, good afternoon.
Hello, hello, Tom.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back online again to the stage. We are going to discuss with our four points. I'm in Istanbul, and Dr. Kristina from Kiev, and Madalina from Bucharest. Are you in Bucharest, Madalina? Yeah?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, okay. And Natalia from Chisinau, from Moldova. So they are our director of Turkish Healthcare Travel Council. We are going to discuss about the medical tourism movement from countries and the experience that we can able to share with our new colleagues who are willing to start this business, who are willing to start working as a medical tourism expert, as facilitator, as a network office for us, as a collaborator for our hospitals, as collaborator for our travel agencies. They need to know and they need to learn how the process is going and how the inquiries are coming to you, and after that what you are doing and what kind of process you are following that you can able to serve your patient. Maybe we can start from Moldova, from Natalia. She can share her experience almost now more than 2 years, I think 3 years.
Yes, 3 years.
Our network office in Moldova, and you have a great experience of sending and following the patients from Moldova to Turkey, and maybe you can share what kind of request you are you are receiving, and after you receive, what you are doing and how you are proceeding and how you are following your patient, and how is the feedbacks after the patients traveling to Turkey and coming back to Moldova. What is the feedbacks and what is the outcome with your work? Let me leave the floor for you, and you can take it forward and you can explain your experience and you can share your know-how.
Dear, good day for all. Thank you very much, Dr. Emin, for this very interesting online congress. Our doctors for Moldova, it's a new experience for us for this, but they are very impressive because it's very interesting. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. I'm not very experienced with big experience in this department, medical tourism, because I work with THTC 2 years, but I had a very good teacher, Halida, and I worked with Halida 1 year and was enough to understand all the steps for the THTC, org THTC, medical tourism, and well. First that I do when I starting to work with medical tourism, first of all, I'm a doctor and I work in pharmaceutical business, and I have some kind of basis data for the doctors. It's for me was not very difficult, but I do some plan for work, and after 1 year I understand that only to work with the doctors it's not enough for medical tourism, really. And this year we open we invest in advertising, internet advertising. We do the site, our site in Moldova, medical tourism, with THTC label, and we copy, if you remember, with your approval, THTC general site, and we do this in Romanian to be accessible and understanding for our patients and for our potential clients. As I tell, we take some free direction, work with the doctors. We had the basis data. For me, this Congress, online Congress that starts today, it's a very good opportunity to increase our contact with the doctors, because yes, it's not very much, but it's okay. After that, it's some kind of groups, of discussion groups, and the last is advertising. We had 2 positions for advertising. It's a different kind of roundtables on the TV, different TV show, and internet site, Facebook, Instagram, and the world. Instagram is not very much used in Moldova, but the Facebook and the site, it's okay. And in majority cases, the patients come from the doctors and the patients come from the internet, really. They see some kind of information and they call and ask about this. After they come in our office it's in one clinic, medical clinic, and it's good because it's credible for the patients. They come, we discuss, we make a report, we make a field, and we send directly to Dr. Ferhat, our colleague from Turkey. And they, after that, we make step by step for the patients to come back in Moldova. After that, we had agreement with one clinic in Moldova, and the patients are in the not only the rehabilitation, if you can see this, in on clinic with our doctors from Moldova, and also it's our patients are in touch each time with our interpreter from Turkey and with the doctors. This is what we do in Moldova now, but I understand, and my colleagues understand that we can do more, because in Moldova it's difficult with medical equipment. We have very good doctors, but we haven't know-how, we haven't medical equipment, and we do the analyze for the position that patients can do something in Moldova, and for this position you make different kind of information each time for to be clear and accessible for the patients. For example, now we have one patient after transplantation. Now he is in Turkey for the control. Yesterday they fly, and we are in touch with patients each time. All patients that go to Turkish each time at 24 hours for each. For example, now it's difficult with COVID problem test and all we do this for patients. From my experience, I can tell that for example, from 20 patients that come to discuss about possibility to go to Turkey to make some kind of investigation, checkup, or operation, or medical solve his problem. One can go. It's a
from 20 application.
Yes, one, two. Yes.
And can go.
Yeah.
So I think we need to increase a little bit awareness of Turkey in Moldova in order to get more than one patient from 20 applications. Which is normally in other countries, actually, we are more higher the percentage. I mean, when we receive, let's say, 10 inquiries, from 10 inquiries, at least 5 inquiries, 4 to 5 inquiries, I mean, reflecting as a normal patient to us. In some countries, still in Africa, still we are not very well known. For example, we are receiving 100 requests, but the numbers are like 1 or 2 are from 100 requests, 1 or 2 becoming as patient. But from Ukraine, from Kazakhstan, and from countries where we are more present long years, like 10 years, 15 years, as our network offices and promotion and marketing effect, the percentage are converting to patient inquiries, converting to patient more easier and more quicker. Maybe we can listen this situation in Ukraine, about Ukraine. Dr. Kristina, what is your experience in Ukraine market when you receive, let's say, 10 patients? How many of them converting to the normal patient, and how your process are ongoing, and your step of from A to Z, your steps in moving and referring patient to Turkey?
Dear Mr. Emin, thanks a lot. Of course, as you mentioned, we have higher percentage of patients who is coming from total amount of requests that we are sending. So mostly, as was mentioned before, our requests coming some part from doctors. As I'm doctor, of course, I'm promoting between my colleagues. Some part from some social media, and as in Ukraine, very popular. It's a good experience of your neighbors, relatives, some friends. So if somebody already was in Turkey before, they bring good experience, good some words about Turkish medicine. So it's working, of course, the best in our country, really. So, and when our requests are coming, the most important to give to patient very quickly answer, and with as much we can full details of his planning of his visit of Turkey and his plan of treatment. Of course, as we are working online, never doctor can't say exactly diagnosis or exactly plan of treatment just based on some diagnostic procedures, diagnostic reports that we are sending to Turkey. Of course, after visit patient of clinic, treatment plan can change and program can change, but we try to give to patient general understanding which way of treatment is waiting for him, because of course patient need to plan. He needs to plan when he should come, for which period he should come. And of course, in Ukraine, very often it's coming this question: what's total budget will cost this treatment? Which kind of treatment? Or, for example, mostly our patients, it's oncology cases, so they want to understand. They will have surgery, so they come for a few days, they got their surgery and they return to Ukraine. Or after this, for example, surgery, they need continue or radiotherapy or chemotherapy. They can do it in Turkey or in Ukraine. They want to understand. That's why our main goal to give them full information that we can. Of course, much more easier with such cases as, for example, hair transplantation. Yes, because we have good experience in this, and we know standard program for these patients. We know how many days, what step by step, what patient.
Standard package, actually.
Yes, so of course it's much more easier, because when patient contact to you, you can directly to tell him first information, and to prepare him, and he already can understand, is it good for him or no? Do he want to continue dialogue and to continue request, to continue communication with clinic? And as I mentioned, of course, if it's oncology cases and it's complicated cases, it's not easy. But we always try to give information, prepare, and if patient already decided to come, we try to follow this case, this patient, because sometimes patients coming with their relatives or some family members, but sometimes patients are coming alone. And as much as we try to give them feeling that they are not alone, in hospital they always have their translators, coordinators, they can call to us anytime. But sometimes when they alone, it's, patient, it's person who already has some health problems, so he has some worries, he can be lost, so we must to control it, we must to be 24 hours.
24 hours.
Yes, we need to be keep in touch with this patient till the end of his treatment, and sometimes we need to follow after, because a patient need to get some translation of his reports, to get some additional recommendations after he left already Turkey. So it's our main work, and as I told on the beginning of my talk, that if patient got this service and he come back to Ukraine with this experience, he of course will share, and he of course will advise
with
to contact
with neighbor, with family members.
Yes.
That's going to be verbally promotion for another patients, and to increase the number of patients who can travel from your country to Turkey.
Yes.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much for sharing your experience and your know-how with us. You are also working now more than 3-4 years with Turkish Healthcare Travel Council as Ukraine director. Thank you for sharing your experience. Always is very valuable to share with other colleagues, that they can understand how to work and how to do and how to follow. Now I would like to move from Ukraine to Romania. Madalina, you hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
How is the situation after you hear your two colleagues from Moldova and Ukraine?
Yes, I must say, I agree with
movement?
them, but Romania is much, I don't know how competitive is Ukraine and Moldova, but Romanians, our challenge is to overcome all the other offers that they get, because Romanians don't only ask us, they ask directly to the clinics. There are some clinics who have offices also.
Offices there.
Yes, and this is a challenge for us to, of course, you provide all the information, but sometimes you end up them going by themselves directly to Istanbul. It's pretty close, directly to the clinic. We know this.
Well, we are more than happy if at the end, if they are choosing destination Turkey, not other destination, then it is very beneficial for us. In case they go through our networks, or they go directly to the clinics. It's important that at the end our contribution will be done by office, because you give the information, you help and you direct. Maybe you give some reference clinics, and then they may contact directly, and they prefer to go directly. Whatever patients, I mean, we never push patient to travel via Turkish Healthcare Travel Council. We give the options. If they would like to go through our offices and through our follow-up, they are most welcome. We give the service with pleasure.
That is why I wanted to ask you in this last, if you have statistics in this last, because you told my colleagues Moldova and Ukraine. I was curious, Romanian statistics in Turkey of patients. You said something 20% to Moldova, to Ukraine. I don't know. I don't have the last year statistics of patients.
Well, I mean, from Romania, still there is a very good movement. Request coming, and movement also is very high demand from Romania, especially on oncology cases. A lot of oncology cases coming from Romania.
Exactly.
Although one Turkish investor, Bozlu Holding, Neolife Group, they invested in Romania for radiotherapy. And they start serving the patient in Romania directly as Turkish clinic and Turkish investor.
Exactly, he's one of the
they are doing radiotherapy actually in with the high technology. but nevertheless, their capacity is not enough for Romania. Romania is a big population. Not everyone can visit this clinic, or not everyone prefer to go to local clinic, and mostly still Romanian people willing to travel to Europe, other countries, or to Turkey mostly. Their preference is first preference, actually, because Turkey is affordable country comparing to all
and close.
They
sometimes they drive if they are in the position. I mean, if there is no serious condition, they can drive. I mean, also, I mean,
our borders, land borders are open. Even the worst condition during the first 3 months, 4 months pandemic period. I mean, the first period of the COVID-19 pandemic, the borders was open between Europe and Turkey, and since the flight is closed, but the land border was open, and people was coming by driving directly by personal car. And even from Ukraine, there is some experience which they were coming from Odessa through the sea borders. They use ferry boats, and we transfer the patient via ferry boat, and our sea borders was open, and we received many patients from Ukraine as well. During the pandemic period, it was open, and we try to support and we try to help as possible the suffering people, suffering neighbors from different diseases, actually. Of course, our first preference that if patients, if citizens has the possibility to have the treatment in their home country, it's beneficial for them. I mean, it's good for them, but today's the healthcare technology being very much advanced. I mean, there is daily basis the technology are changing. Turkey, one of the country,
Turkey is
following the latest technology, and not only following, adapting themselves, updating, upgrading, investing on the new technologies. I mean,
taking action immediately. We don't have that. You're right. Only now life.
We react directly, immediately, and we invest on the new technology, in the new machinery lines, and we have good doctors, very high educated, experienced doctors. When you combine, when you do the harmonize of experienced doctor with latest technology, state-of-art technology investments, then the service and the quality of treatments and the result after surgery, after treatments, becoming much successful, much better, I believe. So
true. I must say we had some requests for gastroenterology and for fat loss, and we do have that in Romania, but still the patients chose Turkey because they were safer. They thought, like you say, the technology is new, is modern, is high. But my happy experience, as you know, was with the IVF patient, the only one in North Cyprus, with your collaborators. And she was happily successful with a baby. So that went pretty well. There's a nice climate also there, like in Turkey, and it is advisable.
Dr. Ahmet Savashan is watching and following our conversation. He's the chairman of North Cyprus Healthcare Travel Council.
Happy to hear that.
Yes,
he helped with this patient, as you know, and they returned happily. It was a successful procedure. So I'm hoping, I have some friends, they are online at this conference from also Romania is doing IVF now, and the government is supplying some support for that, but it's not so successful. The rate, as we know, in Turkey and North Cyprus is much higher, 90 up to 99%, as I know.
The success rate is quite higher because of the number and experience that they are daily basis, the experience come by practicing. I mean, you cannot buy the experience unless you have to make the practice, and you have to gain and earn the experience with the number of patients that you are circulating. And Turkey and Cyprus, North Cyprus, lucky on this term, they receive a lot of IVF patients, and they are successfully doing a lot of IVF treatment in North Cyprus.
And we had, patients. This exact patient, she was herself a doctor, a radiologist doctor, and she tried in Romania from one clinic to another, She tried in Croatia, and in the end, yeah, she was successful there. So I was really happy with this experience, and she could share among her doctors' friends.
That's great.
So yes, our role is, of course, to promote, follow up, and be there whenever they need, on any means, on phone, WhatsApp, whatever they need, our clients and customers, and happy to promote Turkey. Happy they end up in Turkey in the end.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Madalina.
you.
We are happy to be working with you and as our network office, Romania network office director, as the other colleagues from Moldova, Natalia. Also, we are very happy with her work. And Dr. Kristina in Ukraine, she made tremendous work last year, and she has succeed to open 8 sub-network offices under her control, and she has been she's at the moment controlling these 8 offices as Ukraine director, and successfully we are receiving from all parts of Ukraine today. I mean, from different cities, a lot of daily basis requests and references coming to Turkey. One of the rising star destination for Turkey at the moment, Ukraine, showing very high activity because of numbers are very high. Population is 45 million population, and Moldova and Romania, due to the population, the numbers are small comparing to Ukraine. But Natalia also doing well last 1 year, and we are happy with that. And I know that you are doing your best in promoting Turkey to promote and to send and refer patients. Thank you for all your efforts. Thank you for our directors. Thanks to Dr. Kristina, as I said, from Ukraine. With her 8 offices, they are doing their best to refer more patients as possible. From Ukraine, I think last year also we have received 2 bone marrow transplantation, pediatric transplantation.
Yes.
One of them successfully are completed, isn't it, Dr. Kristina? The second one is under treatment now.
You're right. One young girl, she already finished her treatment. It was long treatment, around almost 1 year. She finished her preparation, long chemotherapy, then she finished her bone marrow transplantation. Also, second one, she is already ready for transplantation. She also had almost half a year preparation of chemotherapies, and we also are waiting a successful finish of this story.
Well, as much as we see and as much as we hear nice stories, happy result, successful result of the treatment, and people getting back their health, it's give us a lot of compliment and a lot of happiness that we are helping the people who really suffer, and they don't have other solution in their own country, and they are looking for a new alternative solution and to save her life or his life, and we are there to serve, to save, and to protect, and to help and assist in order to return their normal life standards. And I'm thanking all of you, ladies. You are angels. Only you know that angels are helping humans in all conditions, and you are all like angels, my angels, helping people who suffer from different diseases, and you are supporting, following up. I know that you are following 24 hours. Always you are at their service, and you are always extending your assistance and support. I'm witnessing step by step, day by day, your efforts in the region. On behalf of my country, on behalf of my council, I would like to thank all of you, all my directors, and especially you today because you are today our host countries in our online exhibitions. And thank you for efforts for Moldova and Romania to register professional visitors. Especially Romania is the #1 country in this exhibition in terms of number of professional visitor and registration being done. You are, Madalina, great that you've done almost 60% of the registration.
Happy. I was working with Irina. I mean, I sent the reminders and links, and I was afraid, you know, that they won't.
You've done well. And then the second country was Moldova. After you done a lot of efforts, collaborating with Ministry of Health. Natalia was always in contact with me, and we were trying to increase the number with her efforts. So we have done our great efforts. In Ukraine, of course, we done a record, yet all the records in fourth edition, four exhibition, the record still in Ukraine because it was 1,800 registration. And after Russia was 1,100. And now the Balkans was about 700. And now 3 countries with 600 some people still is a good number. It is happily we respect all your efforts, and we really thanks a lot for your efforts in order to perform successful events in introducing our exhibitors to the professionals in your region in online platform. I'm thanking to our global marketing team as well. They spend a lot of efforts and be in contact with you, exchanging daily basis information in order to increase the number of visitors and to make it successful events. Thanks to all of you, all technical teams and all global marketing PR agency, our official agency, which is conducting these organizations. And I thank each of you of your personal efforts to make it successful. We don't have yet Poland representative in our representation, so that's why nobody attend from Poland. Still, we are looking a collaboration from Poland in order to appoint our representation in the region. But as a great example, which Dr. Kristina has done in Ukraine, she has appointed 8 offices in each big cities, and we are already promoting those offices in our website, official website, also. And I'm looking forward to have your efforts in this regards as well. In Romania, there is several major cities expecting from you, Madalina, to
we will discuss, I mean, private after this, or because we signed in the last Hesturex, I think, the sub-network agreements with 2 big cities where there are also medical universities. So yeah, I'm looking forward to give them more support, to put them on our website, whatever.
Please give us their information if you already signed those contracts and you signed these agreements. Give us the information that we can announce them in our website.
I want to help them and to support them.
We promote them as well, that they can receive direct link and direct inquiries from the region. The same things for Moldova, of course. We are expecting out of Chisinau some other sub-offices in the major cities of Moldova.
Dr. Emin, dear colleagues, I would like to tell that Moldova is a very small country. In 3 hours, you can go from north to west. It's not
so big. I understand that.
Yes, it's not so big. We have officially 4 millions, but it's not 4 millions. It's around 3 millions. And you have our country is small, but I will try to do something to new offices in Gagauzia, at new region, and in Transnistria, because it's separate region. We discussed about this today at our Congress online. It's Svetlana from Gagauzia. She is the like a Minister of Health in Gagauzia. This region, and she is at our Congress. After that, we will try to solve this. But I would like to ask you if the agreement will be directly to THTC from Turkey or between Moldova and Moldova.
It will go through you, of course. I mean, we prefer that sub offices to work with the main office. I mean, the sub region offices. It's happening the same in Ukraine. I mean, all the sub offices, all requests coming to Dr. Kristina. Then Dr. Kristina is leading the request and dealing with our hospitals and medical directors. We prefer to have one reference point in one country, but to have many channels to direct and to refer the patients from different cities.
We had a meeting and discussion of Elif from Turkish embassy.
Yeah.
And we'll try to do some plans for this, and we'll go together with them.
Great, thank you very much, ladies. Thank you for joining. The time allocated for us,
thank
we
you
already over 4 minutes more, but it was very nice to seeing you. Looking forward to meeting all of you in our next Hestorex events, which is end of the March. This time, hopefully, the pandemic situation will be much reduced and much open. And I am hoping to this time not to postpone one more time, because we already postponed 3 times. And I want to, we want to organize Hestorex and to join all our network offices and our buyers again, and introduce to our stakeholders with our clinics and resorts, spas and thermal resorts. And there is many new development in Turkey as well. A lot of new hospitals been opened by the government and public-private partnership. Also, we would like to introduce them to all of our network offices in order that you can start to work together with the governmental city hospitals as well. So we are preparing all this. Hopefully in March, we will be together in Antalya. After a long time, we haven't seen offline. We will be offline together, not online anymore. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you,
thank you, Mr. Emin. I just want to say
keep in touch. Thanks for your efforts.
Thank you and to Irina. And also, like Natalia said to Khalida, I just want to remind her because she's been a great help for us.
Well, I mean, Khalida was our CIS directors and also Kazakhstan directors. She really done her best for 10 years. She served as for THTC as THTC network office of Kazakhstan, and for 5 years she has served as CIS, and she is your teachers actually. She has taught all of you how to.
She is our angel from up there.
She is still in our memory, in our heart. We remember her with her hard work, follow up, and we always keep in touch. I am always keep in touch with her family, her sons and sisters. We are trying to do our best also as council to be to support them as family, because at the end they were member of our families, and we are really grateful of her work. Thank you for you as well to remember.
Very nice. I wanted to ask you if hopefully Hestorex is happening, to make a tribute for Khalida, maybe a video with all of us, all of our colleagues, pictures.
Yes, sure.
If you consider it.
We can prepare.
I also asked
some special memory about her, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Nice to see you all. Thank you for this, and take care. Be in touch soon. Thank you.
Thank you a lot for invitation. Wish good luck to our Moldova and Romania directors and successful Congress. I hope you will find a lot new partners during this Congress.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kristina, for joining and sharing your experience. Thanks to Natalia and Madalina. Thank you all, and we'll keep in touch. Thank you.
Have a nice day. Bye, Mom.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we back to our webinars programs, and the webinars programs will continue. And I would like to do my closing speech today, at least, because we are coming slowly to end of the webinars and end of the B2B sessions. I wish all of you successful events and successful business-to-business meetings, and I once again would like to remind all our exhibitors and participants, professional visitors and participants, to conduct their meetings, their B2Bs through our original platforms, in order that we can show our records to our representatives, to our ministries, that you are conducting your meetings during the within the platform. I know we can monitor that most of you are communicating each other, exchanging your WhatsApp numbers, email addresses, and you start communicating WhatsApp and email. You can still do that after conducting the first meeting through the platform, the first contact and first meeting, let it be through the platform. And then, of course, after that, when you get the WhatsApp number and the email addresses, you can still in contact together. You can still talk longer and find out how you can collaborate with our travel agencies, with our hospitals and clinics and thermal resorts, spa and wellness resorts. Would be great, of course. And but my humble request again and again, please keep your first touch and first contact through the platform, that in order that we can able to report this to our Ministry of Trade, which is supporting to conduct this digital online platform and digital exhibition. Once again, on behalf of my Turkish Healthcare Travel Council and on behalf of my country, would like to thanks to our exhibitors and our participants about their time, about their participation, and trying to build cooperation in between our countries and build a bridge of health and happiness. Thank you very much.